Hello and welcome. You're here with Miss Libby Rose. Hello. And in today's sewing tutorial, we're going to be making the no waste from a fat quarter summer hat. Now, I set this challenge for myself some time ago and I've been playing around with it, trying to get a hat design that can work with no waste at all. So you use two fat quarters for this make. So one is for your outside and one for the inside. And we use every single last scrap of fabric and thread. So any offcut threads, they're still used. Now, how do I do that? Well, watch the tutorial and you'll find out. So you'll need two fat quarters, tailor's chalk, interfacing. Now you might want to get thicker interfacing. This is a medium weight interfacing, so go ahead and use that for this one, but you might think in future you might want to do something heavier or even like play with cardboard or something, but use this interfacing for now for this tutorial and then see if you might want to swap it up for something else. If you want your brim sort of sticking out more, this is kind of a floppy-ish one, just like a summer hat would be. Then you'll need your iron and your sewing machine. And what I've been using instead of scissors is one of these really cool rotary cutters. Now with that, it is best if you download the pattern onto cardboard or trace it onto cardboard. So you can use like even just a cereal packet box, just any sort of thickish cardboard, which makes it easier for you to run along the edge of these rotary cutters. But if not, just use your scissors and pins. And if you are using the rotary cutter, you will need a mat as well or something to cut on, because it is a blade, so it'll blade down. Okay, so gather up all your materials and come back and let's get started. So now that we've gathered up all of our materials, the first thing is to open up your fat quarters and iron them nice and flat. Now this is just really good practice to get into. Iron out those fat quarters. It makes for a nice professional cutting, and also it just makes it a lot easier to fold and cut against your pattern, especially if you're using the rotary cutter. It's my new favorite thing, can you tell? I would just want to use rotary cutter for everything. It just makes life so much easier. Okay, so I've flattened down my fat quarters. Now I take the first one ready. So I'll pop that one to the side and I fold over on a triangle. Can you see I've made a triangle shape? And then I fold again. So I've created this triangular type of shape with a long straight bar at the end. So we're going to forget about that for now, and we're just using this part with the brim. So you would have downloaded a pattern piece that looks like this. It will have markings and my sort of writing all over it, but you'll know that these two lines on the side are for the fold. Now when we folded this over, you'll see that these two are on the fold. So I line up the pattern piece against those fold marks. If you want to pin or put weights on there, and then you will cut around and cut around, or rotary cut. Now these rotary cutters are really cool because all you have to do is press here and it exposes the blade. But when I let go, a little cover comes over the blade and I can just leave it lying around and it's nice and safe. If you want to lock it for good, there's a blue button here and I press that and that is fully locked. Unlock, press this, and I can just follow the cardboard around and around, and that will just cut my pieces. So I would like you to go ahead and cut around here, either using your rotary cutter or your scissors. Cut around here. So do that once with fabric, then fold exactly the same and do again with your other fat quarter piece. Then you can fold your interfacing, and you can fold that however you like, but open that wide up and cut, just making sure that you've got fold and fold so that you're coming out in these big pieces. So cut again out of your interfacing. So you're getting this triangular type of shape and laying your piece down and cutting around. Now, just remembering that this is a zero waste project. So every piece that comes off, you're saving. So you're going to cut around these, and then you will have exposed a circular shape here. Save that because that's for the top. Save these strips, even save the cut-offs from here as well.